It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. Anxiety, depression, programmed and oppression. Kids in school, but there's no lesson, no. Ain't no proof, no discretion, no. We need to wake up, yo. Ain't much time now, so stand up tall. We young, we got, we can fold up the ball. So band in love, life will matter, so stop your lying. What you selling, we buying. We walk now, we open up the door. We see you clearly, them high no more. They don't really care. It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. They don't really care about us.
Fists up high, all together. Every day good for weather. If it's hard, it'll be all better. Stand for something, don't forget it together. You gotta wake up and be someone. It's all inside of you. Believe in yourself and the God inside of you. It's people starving, they don't care for the children. But we can make it one day if we keep on building.
It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. They don't really care about
Suave on the beat.
Why we living in the matrix? Erasing hate with love. Rabbit holes, it was all tricks. Erasing hate with love. Land of zombies, hope you got clips. Erasing hate with love. Fantasy, so it's hostage. Erasing hate with love. 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 Screaming Black Lives Matter. Melanated like disaster. New world, same agenda. Yeah, they want us all in the casket. Oh, Lord, please help me. I don't know what's happening. No. Oh, please. I just don't know what's happening. What's happening now? Now? Why we living in a matrix? Erasing hate with love. Rabbit holes, it was all tricks. Erasing hate with love. Land of zombies, hope you got clips. Erasing hate with love. Fantasy, so it's hostage. Erasing hate with love. 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 Fake air, fake news, chemtrails, fake foods, fake religions, fake rules, fake celebs and fake jewels. Nothing's what it seems, all clues. Nothing's what it seems, all clues. Nothing's what it seems. Nothing's what it seems, it's all clues. Nothing's what it seems, it's all clues. Why we living in a matrix? Erasing hate with love. Rabbit holes, it was all tricks. Erasing hate with love. Living in this land of zombies, hope you got clips. Erasing hate with love. Fantasy, so it's hostage. Erasing hate with love. 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 Erasing hate with love.
You know it. This the remix.
It wouldn't be Chougie if she wasn't back in the building to shine a little light on another dark ass situation, man. And you already know.
Like that, you did it. You got it.
Wait,
come on, man.
What's that?
My mom. Oh, I snitched.
Why do I hear friend daddy?
All of them has.
Listen, we giving them a 2-for-1, Tukey. Is that what we doing? We giving them last week's show mixed with this week's show. That's how we gonna do that. Listen, we in the building, man. Like we never left. It's your girl StarChougie here to shine a little light on the dark ass situation, man. Y'all already know how I do, and I got my guy, Mr. He is Blanchard. I be always jacking your name up. I jacks it up, but you'll correct it for me. But we got this man in the building. My cousin calls him the modernized Marcus Garvey.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. My cousin EA, he be like, oh, you got Marcus Garvey today, huh? But yeah, so, you know, and that's honorable coming from him because, you know, this is someone he looks up to. So I got my guy in the building, and we going to talk about the dark hole, the black hole souls, the souls that comes from the black hole, the center of the universe. And, you know, some of us don't know about these things, so I'm about to say some shit that might blow your mind. You know, and for others, I might just be saying something that you already know. But either way, this is just, you know, we all growing together in this enlightenment. You know, we all learning every day. So, welcome to the show, Mr. He is Blanchard.
What's up, Star?
What's up, baby? How you been? They let you off the plantation, I see.
Hey. Been good, man. They let me go, man.
Oh, man. I'm so happy that they did. Give them your IG and your give them your YouTube, your IG, everything, so my folks can follow you.
Okay, my YouTube is Free Blanch TV, FreeBlanch TV. Instagram is He is Blanchard, HeIsBlanchard. It's my Instagram handle, and then my website is HHM4 ever EVER.com. So that's HHMforever.com. And that's where I'm selling my products, you know, my apparel.
Yeah, I need to get something from you. I need a t-shirt. Yeah. You got any t-shirts for the big girls? I need me a t-shirt and a hat, you know, so I can represent for the brother. That's what I'm trying to do.
I appreciate it.
So I sent you a video, right? Just so we could kind of be on one accord.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to let you open up. I want you to tell me what you think about that.
I mean, so the video you sent me was talking about basically two types of people on the planet. There's actual human beings and there's other entities that's not really human.
Right.
I saw this other video, a lady was talking and she said, really, it's only 250 million like us on the planet.
Uh-huh.
All the rest of the billions are like other not fully human entities on the planet.
Right.
They're mixed with something. They're not fully human though.
Right.
So she said we're actually the minority on the planet. People that you know that are free thinking and you know spiritual and that's a rare. And you know what's crazy? Yeah, you know what's crazy? Like this past year, I didn't know this stuff to this past year. Like I didn't know how many people was actually in the dark. Like, you know, people just, I'm talking about unaware. I'm just literally walking computer programs.
Well, guess what? I was one of them.
You was one of them? Okay.
I was one of. So, you know, the crazy thing is I was unaware that it was this many as well because I was also walking in the darkness and chasing the fake light, the artificial light, you know? Yeah. So I understand what you mean. And now when I'm kind of coming out of that darkness, breaking away from the matrix, I get to see a lot of shit for what it really is, right? And it's unbelievable that people can't see this. But it's not going to be crystal for the ones that's not here to wake up. It's just everybody's not meant to wake up. But go ahead, I'm listening.
But so what the guy was talking about, the guy said they aren't even wired or programmed to even think or feel how we feel at all. Yeah. Like their whole thought process is not even nothing to do with love, nothing to do with anything spiritual. It's all based like a computer program.
Period.
I don't know if you've seen the movie, Aliens.
Yeah, yes, I saw that. I don't remember it too much, but I saw it before.
I mean, they had a whole bunch of them, but in the last one, basically the alien species that we see, the creatures with like spitting out ass and all that stuff.
Right.
They actually used to be organic.
Okay, is that like the Greys? Because I know that they said the Greys started out being, they were like altered light workers. You know, by being in the Matrix and being of the Matrix, they got sucked into the dark part of duality. And
so those aliens started out being like organic.
Yeah.
Then they start merging with AI.
Mm-hmm.
So then they had to create something organic to be able to reproduce because they couldn't reproduce anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of weird that the aliens actually bought into AI and got consumed with the AI and then had to create something organic to reproduce it. Like it was crazy when I was breaking down, seeing the breakdown of the Aliens movie. It's kind of like the same thing to me, where you have, you know, us kind of being organic, you know, of the earth, of the universe, of God, all these things, and then them, like the dude said, coming from the black hole, which to me is antimatter. Right. You know, I was talking about how the mark of the beast is not going to be what folks think it's going to be, where it's going to be some kind of chip or something. It's going to be actual. They're going to use antimatter to alter your physical makeup, your physical, not just DNA level, but your actual physical makeup from the neutrons, protons, and electrons to make you into something that is not human and is going to trap your soul, meaning you're not going to be able to leave here.
Yeah, it's no ascension.
No ascension, none, zero.
Yeah, I definitely believe that. You know, I was just like stuck on that when I watched that video because, you know, these black souls, they can be reincarnated as our mother, our children. And that's the fucked up part. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you want everybody around you. It's like when I woke up from this nightmare that we call the Matrix, right? I woke up kicking and screaming. You could, like, every other post was, wake the fuck up. I'm telling y'all, they lying about this, they lying about that. Y'all need to listen. Religion, all this shit is just made to keep you under the spell, right? And I was a religious person, like I say all the time. I own the church, you know? So it for me breaking free from it, I wanted everybody to break free from it. But I started to see that I was talking to deaf ears, you know? I was like, okay, now 2 years in, I'm able to see a little differently, and I'm like filtering the conversations I have with folks according to what they ready for, you know. Yeah. And that is where I'm at now, but it's very disheartening when it's family members that's, you know, because the whole thing is we got a whole nother family spiritually. Yeah. Outside of this matrix, you know. Yeah. And the family that we have here is temporary. And that's the part that is hard, you know, to disconnect emotionally, especially for light workers, when you are of love. You are of the essence of love. And then you got to disconnect from people that you love. It's very fucking hard for me. You know, that's the process that I'm going through right now. How about you? Are you experiencing this?
I mean, yeah, last year, man, like I said, I thought I was woke before last year. Oh, shit. And last year showed me I was not woke at all. Right. And I think that as this thing progresses, you're going to lose more and more people because the majority of folks are going to get that jab. Yep. You know, and then they're going to get the boosters. They're probably going to get the microchip. They're probably going to get something else. And then pretty much the people that you're able to even talk to now, you won't even be able to talk to them. Like, just imagine your family, loved ones, and friends, and you can't even talk to them because they may want to turn you in. Like, you don't, they may want to step up. Like, it's crazy. Like, so last year I just realized that I got sad last year. I was like, man, it's going to be a time where I can't even talk to my family. Right. Like, it's going to be a time period where they're not going to let you talk to them. Right. They're not going to let you do it. They're going to be like, are you one of them? Yeah. Are you one of them? You know what I mean? Like,
They already put a label on it. They already putting the label on it. These are the anti-vaxxers right here. You know what I'm saying? So they're the people who don't care about you. They don't care about getting you sick, and they putting that they programming it and putting that in people's brain already. So I see where the split is going. It's definitely a split taking place, you know. Yeah. And you know, I just don't want to leave my folks on the other side of the split, man. I want to take them all with me, but I understand it ain't gonna happen, you know.
Yeah, man. I mean, so basically, I looked up several articles, and it talked about, you know, anti-vaxxers being labeled domestic terrorists. Mm-hmm. And it talked about how basically the anti-vaxxers, you know, being anti-vaxxers put everybody in danger, right, which makes them technically domestic terrorists.
Right.
And that's dangerous because we're looking at health and spirituality and all this other stuff. We're not even thinking about all that other stuff. We're talking about actual, I want to have my soul free when it's time to go. You know what I'm saying?
Period. That's it.
So at the end of the day, it's just like, but that's what they're already doing. They're already saying domestic terrorists. So now you're like, okay, how does that affect your social life?
Yeah.
If your family thinks you're a domestic terrorist,
right,
if your friends, you know, it's just a lot to deal with.
Right. Well, you know, the thing that gets me is, you know, I was told by a elder, you know, that's in this conscious world or whatever, that you know, they're gonna see, you know, all the people that thought you was crazy for thinking this and that, they're about to see that you far from that, right? Mm-hmm. And so here it is. Here it is. I'm thinking, okay, well, at least on this other side, they gonna see that you know, that I ain't so crazy after all. But here it is on the other side, they gonna still think you crazy as shit. Ain't no escaping it, you know. It's like on the other side, they gonna be looking at you like, oh, you're the devil. Period. Yeah. You're the one that's gonna kill us.
Basically, you know, all the religions gonna say that you bad. Like everybody's gonna turn on the people that's not
vaccinated.
Basically that's gonna be it. Like it's just gonna be vax versus non-vax. It's already happening in Israel.
It is.
And what's the guy's name? Yatin.
The president over there?
Yeah,
I forgot his name. Yeah.
Yeah, Netanyahu. He already said that green pass over there is the model for the world. He already stated that. Sir. So everybody should pay attention that that's going to be the model for society across the planet, which is vax versus non-vax.
They already started giving away the free concerts over there, and they have military guarding their shops, their markets. They got military guarding their airports, I believe. But they got military literally blocking these entryways to these events, checking to see if you got. So you already know what's coming next for Israel.
Yeah,
they already in full throttle war over there. You know, and they're like half vaccinated, like they're half vaxxed over there, right?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, I think they're like halfway done, and they treating the people who's not like crud. So, but
even think about the Palestinians, right? They already don't have any rights. So imagine a Palestinian with no rights and they don't want to get the jab. Like they don't almost be enslaved to have to be out on the outskirts in the desert somewhere.
Off with their heads is probably what that's going to be like, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's just crazy that we even live in this right now. This shit is just, it blows me every time I think about it. I try not to think about it too hard because I'm like, this is just deep. Like, who would have told me 2 years ago that this shit was going to be like this? Like, you really got to pick a side.
And you remember in The Matrix when the computer programs, if they wanted to get to you, they could jump into somebody's body.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel like it's going to be. Like, if they want to get to somebody, they can just jump into somebody that's by you that has the stuff already downloaded already in them. They already
because it's all programmable matter. So all they got to do is Bluetooth it. All they got to do is Bluetooth the motherfucking spirit on some real shit. Like that's basically how it'll go. Just like we can hook up to a speaker, they can hook up to a vessel. But I believe that shit going on already, to be honest, because, you know,
I mean,
it's a lot of times that it's our folks that's very close to us that they're using.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, and you got to think about this too. Folks have been saying I'm possessed.
Yep.
Voices told me to do it. We thought they was crazy, but actually, they could be vessels being used though, and then something hop in you and hop out.
That's
so you actually don't know what you even did. Like you really people thinking they crazy, but no, I actually was hearing voices. I actually don't know why I did it. I actually blanked out. Something made me do it. Yeah. Like we got to consider all the people that we thought was crazy could have actually been experienced what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, I know a fella like that. He's a magician, and he actually, he was studying a lot of the wizardry and things like that. And I'm like, you shouldn't do that. And this is when I was in religion, like heavy. I'm like, you shouldn't do that. You're gonna let the devil up in you, boy. You better, And he would say that they was talking to him and they was telling him to email things and they was doing this and doing that. And I'm like, he's like, they be upstairs in my apartment, the apartment upstairs listening to me. And I'm like, nobody's listening to you, okay? Calm down. But on some real shit, I can see it happening because I see they MK Ultra the shit out of people using them as experiments left and right now. Since forever, Yeah. So basically, right? We talked about this a little bit last time. Let me see, because this is the main thing, right?
Yeah.
That people gotta understand. Because I had a talk with a young lady today, and she's hell bent on race, and I'm trying to explain to her that this is so much bigger than race right now. You know?
Oh yeah. This is
so much bigger than race. And it's like I'm telling her that the folks that's doing this is artificial intelligence. The entity is artificial intelligence. They working with other ETs. A few other ETs from different planets and some right from here that was created right here.
Yeah.
But it's not a race thing. Like if we don't band together and love, we in trouble. You know what I mean? So it's and it's going to take a collective. It's going to take a collective to wake up and see what's going on and be like, oh no, y'all lost your minds. We not going for this, or I don't even want to say or.
Yeah, I mean, the tough thing about it is like it's going to get to that point.
Yeah. Because
they're going to keep pushing, and then at some point we're going to say no. Like at some point we're going to say no.
Right.
And take a stand like, no, we're not doing that. And it's going to cause a problem. But most people are going to comply. We know that. They're going to comply. I know most of my family eventually is going to comply.
Yeah.
Most of my friends I lost folks already since last year.
Me too.
So I can't even imagine the next 2 years. Like, and they said they wanted everybody vaccinated by 2025. So you got to think that's 4 years. That's 3.5 years from now. So in 3.5 years, we're talking about the final stand for humanity in 3.5 years. Like, I mean, it's something to think about. And then they're talking about. I read an article, a couple, where they were talking about they wanted to link the cryptocurrency, your brain, to cryptocurrency.
Yeah, so to the cloud.
So they can be able to tell if people were thinking about
doing something wrong.
If you was thinking about buying crypto. Now I said, imagine how powerful that is if they can predict what people's gonna buy and then raise the price up. Like they will control even everything's controlled. Now you can't do nothing without them controlling you. No.
Nothing. In China, they already started the point system where if they having bad thoughts, or if they're doing something illegal. Now I'm just trying to tell my folks that's here, that's willing to take this jab. Do you really want Big Brother watching over you when you thinking about going to go cheat on your wife or going to go cheat on your husband or I mean real shit. Like this is stuff that goes on every day. They're watching you and they're literally, if you jaywalk, they're taking money out before you cross the other end of the street. They're going into your account and taking that ticket fee for jaywalking out of your account. So I'm trying to figure out if our folks is ready for that. You can't possibly think at this point that it's still about a germ. is no fucking way that you can still think at this point, with all that's going on and all that's being uncovered. Next month they're having a big unveiling of the classified UFO sightings and the alien shit. They're declassifying all the info that the CIA and the government have next month. Well, this month. Wait, no, June. So that's happened. They already talked about the zombie apocalypse shit. That has happened. It's so many things. Oh, the children that they found underground. The children that they finding on a regular basis. The sex trafficking, the organ harvesting. All these things was just conspiracy theories 3 years ago. So how... Literally. Yeah. So how at this point could you think, with you knowing that all this shit is real, okay, could you possibly think this is still about a germ? It's not about a germ.
But you know what's crazy about them is they can tell you the truth once you got the jab.
Yep.
Because you're going to be controlled. So it don't matter. Like, they can tell you all the truth now because you're going to be under control, so it won't make any difference.
Yep.
So I think they're revealing everything at this time because folks have had a jab and it won't even matter. You're going to see all this stuff and you still going to not be able to do anything. And then I told people it's the jab now, but then it's the boosters, then it's the microchip, then it's going to be the implant.
Right.
I watched the one guy, he said that the implants for the brain, there's one implant that works best in your hand and in your forehead. He said because of the temperature in your hand and your forehead, that's where the chip actually works the best. Then I seen the nano technology that gets activated when you breathe on it. Like, it's just so much stuff. And then it's like that nanotechnology is able to replicate. I talked to this one guy, he said, but nanotechnology prefers, when they did the testing, he said it prefers the alfalfa pellets. He said it prefers what the hamsters eat when they did the test. Yeah, so he said
they have a preference.
They got a preference. He said over human flesh they prefer, he said, the alfalfa pellets during the test trial. I don't know how true it is. I'm saying this guy just talking to me, but
right.
It will make sense. They prefer, because it's always balanced with something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a gift and a curse. So whatever it likes, it's something it likes more, something it likes less. It's just how it works.
Yeah.
But that's what he said about the nano stuff. But I just think that when the folks get plugged into that cloud, it's over. It's over. When they know your thoughts, it's over.
I mean, yeah, because they already got the 5G towers that they put up to correspond with that. So they already got the equipment that they need in place to go ahead and make you do everything they want you to do. The shit is just unbelievable. It's definitely deep. But so I was watching, what movie was that? I was watching a movie and They Lived. And at at the end, they was able to shut down the computer, that the cellular tower. You get it? You peeped that it was the cellular tower too, right?
Yeah.
They was able to shut down the cellular tower and restore humanity, but that's where I'm at now. Like, okay, so can I just go pour some water somewhere? You know what I mean? Like, all computers short circuit with water. You mean to tell me I can't go and find a good bucket of water and just pour it on this whole system and get us, save us all? God damn it.
You remember in that movie how hard it was for him to get his boy to put them glasses on.
Just to put the glasses on.
He had to almost kill him just to put the glasses on. Like, I was like, because as a kid, you're like, that's crazy. But as an adult, I'm like, that's how it is as an adult.
Exactly.
We got to fight these people to let them see the truth. We got to actually physically hold them down and say, watch this. Or listen to this.
And they like, no, I said no. I don't want to hear it. And you got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect it, because one thing I picked up from that video is that, one of the many things that I picked up from the video is that they come down here with the agenda the same way we come down here with the agenda. The black hole souls come down here with an agenda to put everybody in darkness.
Yeah.
and we come down with the agenda to put everybody back in light, to restore humanity the nature way, you know.
Yeah.
And so you can't, they won't hear what you're saying, because the same way we got our third eye that let us see through the bullshit, they got a blocker that's helping them to stay dark. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but they send them our way, and I can vouch for that. I can vouch that they send those dark entities, those dark energies our way, because I was married to one. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was in that type of, you know, I know the succubus mentality where you feel so drained at the end that you can't even, you know, you can't function. Like, you can't mom, you can't, entrepreneur, you can't do shit because you're so drained. You just burnt out from the succubus just taking from you every day, you know. So I know those black souls, those black hole beings, you know. So what do you suggest that you got any suggestions for us for?
Yeah, I mean, I would say what I've been thinking about lately is, you know, about the conscious and the subconscious.
Right.
You know, a friend of mine she always says that the conscious is masculine and the subconscious is feminine.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, I think we got to really be careful of what we take in and who we're around. Because even like you said, like your ex-husband was...
Wait, hold on. Wait, rewind that. Rewind that. Exactly what you just said. Can you please run that back, please? God darn, this universe is amazing, man. Go ahead, run that back, please.
Okay. Yeah, so I was talking about the conscious being masculine and the subconscious being feminine, and then us being careful about what we take in, because our subconscious takes in everything, and our conscious is the one that tries to, you know, keep us in line and keep our guards up. But at the end of the day, we got to be careful of what we take in and who we around. Like you mentioned about your ex-husband, like you got to think, you'll be around some people and they'll act like they agree with you, and they'll act like they riding with you with all this stuff going on, and then they won't be.
Exactly.
And then you'll turn around and you'll be like, dang, they've been feeding off me this entire time. That's why I talk about the vampires. You got to invite the vampire in. You watch all the vampire movies, they come to the front door and you got to let them in the house.
Yeah.
And it's the same way with these people that's around us, because to me, more than ever, the light's shining brighter because it's a separation.
Yeah.
So now separated from the pack, like the light is shining brighter, so people are drawn to the light. But they're really coming just to feed off you.
That's it.
They just want to just feed. That's all they coming to do.
So I feel the same way. I see if that was. I feel the same exact way, and this is what I've been doing too. We need a mic in the middle, baby.
Mic check.
There we go.
Yeah, what's up with you, bro? How you doing, brother Blanche? You was on point, man. We was talking about succubuses and vampires, and I'm just trying to keep some garlic and maintain my highest, fullest energy. You know what I mean?
I'm about to get some garlic perfume out this bitch. They gonna be like, ooh. I'm like, yeah, it's for you motherfuckers. This is why.
I mean, you know what the wind told me, brother Blanche? The wind told me to be highly energetic. You know, I'm trying to get back to my meditations, and it said you gotta be energetic and athletic. You know what I mean? I tried to astral project, but it ain't go there. But at least I got something.
Yeah. At least the wind talks to you.
It'll get there though. Mm-hmm. You know, because the more you start meditating, it's like practicing a sport. You know, the more you meditate, the more you practice this stuff, you're gonna get better and better. And one day, you're gonna look up, you're gonna be floating. You only
did it one time. I'll try to get it again. One time I almost had it, but they called the cops on me because I was under a tree. I was trying hard.
Black man can't be under a tree.
I was under there reading my meditating book under the tree. They said, "Oh, get him the fuck out of here."
Yeah, listen. I said that. I said before I leave here, I'm gonna fly. Okay, I don't give a damn what's gonna happen. Before I leave this planet, I'm gonna fly. So it has to happen. I need to go and meditate for like a whole 24 hours straight or something.
Yeah.
but yeah, we got to be careful of our surroundings because we are in the spiritual and the chemical and a few other warfares. You know, that's the tricky thing about this. At least in World War One and World War Two, we knew what the fight was about. But in this John, and they used guns, and we knew what that the enemy had the weapons, and they was coming that way. But this way, you don't see no weapons. Unless you're using that third eye, you don't see the weapons that's being formed around you, and you got to be able to maneuver wisely, and you got to stay in that high frequency no matter all the negative shit that's going on around you. And that's the tricky part.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay out that word they told that whole "you got me effed up" thing. Somewhere where they taught us that give us a chemical imbalance, and I'm like, yo, people is really suffering from mental behavior, and I gotta watch that it don't cause the triggering me, cause it's like I got mine's in check, but I can easily be triggered by stupidity. And that makes me indulge in that. So I got to really work on that, boy. I hate being around crash dummies, boy.
Listen, you got to be wise, man. You got to be wise the way you moving out here. And, he said it back. I say it all the time, but I'm figuring you might respect it a little more coming from the brother.
It's all the universe. I'm not sexist. Don't make me I expect anything coming more from a woman, actually.
Okay.
I don't want nothing coming from a brother not on duty. What you talk about? The universal goddess, supreme, melanin, yeah.
All right, tell me this, Blanche. And this is just a thought, of course. This is not something that you're going to know. But do you foresee us getting through this?
Yeah, I see us. I don't know about getting through it, but I see us being able to live in spite of it. Because you got to think where you are now, like the path all three of us are on now. We're on a path not really traveled by everybody else, and so it's preparing us for something. So all this is preparation. Each day is preparing us to be, to be a certain way when the time comes. Because, when they hit this switch and we got zombies walking around and we got artificial intelligence walking around and we got Android, when it's crazy out there, we're going to have to be a certain type of way.
Yeah.
Meaning we're going to have to be stronger mentally, spiritually. We're going to have to not be fazed by stuff, not be afraid. Like, we're going to have to eat better.
Yeah.
We're going to be able to meditate, pray. All these things we got to be able to have mastered when that time period comes, because it's going to be just a numbers game.
Yeah.
There's going to be so many people that don't see what we see. And then also, some folks that see what we see, but then they're just evil.
Yeah.
They just want the destruction. They just want the chaos. So it's just, we got to be prepared, just in that time period. That's what I'm saying right now. To me, it's all preparation.
Yeah.
Like it's all weeding out people. It's all getting with like-minded people. It's all these things because y'all remember the cartoon Voltron.
Yeah.
I know I'm dating myself, but Voltron, basically all the lines got to come together to form one, right? And to me, it's the same thing with what we got going on now. The people that think alike got to be together, because there's going to be billions of people that are just going to be mindless zombies, just watching TV and carrying out orders.
We getting there.
Go ahead.
We getting there already. Go ahead. I don't mean to break your
wisdom. We there. That's part of my frustration. Me learning how to accept and deal with it, and then accept myself, not accepting that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because you'll get to a point where see, where I am is breaking my ego. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because ego can't go, it can't ascend, and so that's the point I am at right now, where I remove the me and focus more on the I, and know where the wisdom is coming from. Although I might watch people like you and some of the others, and you guys help to open up. You guys help to remind me, because that's more so what it is a reminder, because we already know all of these things, and within we know everything within, but you guys help to open up a lot of gateways to remind me of who I really am. But I don't want to get lost in, I figured this out today. Listen, I got this figured out. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can't touch me. You know, y'all ain't smarter than me. You ain't got the wisdom that I got, because at the end of the day, I got so much shit to learn, you know, and it's not me. It's the spirit within, you know, that's giving me the tools.
Foresight.
Yeah, it's giving me the insight. Yeah.
The insight, the outsight.
There you go. So, you know.
Yeah. So I think like the journey that you're on is where everybody will eventually have to go on. Because at the end of the day, when they take away all the entertainment, when they take away the sports, when they take away what people like doing, now what are you gonna do?
Right.
When all the fun is gone, you can't go out. You ain't gonna be able to go to the club, no bars, no concerts, none of the other quote unquote fun activities. Yeah. What are you going to do? And right. So to me, it's gonna be a time for you to reconnect with nature.
Yeah.
Reconnect with God. Like, you actually be able to experience what it really meant to be a human being on the planet once you have any more distractions anymore. And to me, it seems like everything is going in reverse. Like everything is pushing us back to where we were in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because it's such a great separation to where now we're going backwards. I even looked at some things. Think about it. Why are all the great wonders of the world, things like 8 wonders of the world, why are they all ancient? Think about why all the greatest things we've ever created on the planet, all from the previous time.
Yeah.
It almost seems like we either getting less advanced or we're getting dumber or something. But because it seemed like back in the day, these people created marvelous stuff back. They had technology for flying cars, cell phones, all that stuff years ago. What happened?
Yeah, we got that down.
They used to say by 2020 we'd be in flying cars. They used to say by 2000 we'd have this.
The Jetsons.
You know what I felt like to that, man? Just by you talking, I feel like as that technology evolved and since the little Black Planet and social medias, I feel like people trap their souls within those websites. Like, that's the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
And I feel like people's souls are trapped in that web. They're trapped in that net, because I hate when I see people, they be like, you see my Instagram? Like, I don't see them. Like, that's a real mental thing to me. Like, why would I want to see something digital? People spend all this money to build a digital avatar. You could buy a business and have a real product.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, people are trapped. Their souls are trapped inside of this internet and this social media. And that's why
in order to get us there, right? In order to get us where our souls could be trapped into this internet, right? They had to break us down first and tell us what meant something. They had to build what value was to us mentally. So they painted this picture where the houses, the cars, the money, the jewels, and all this is the way of life. So a lot of these people can't live that lifestyle in real life. But they can go on the internet. They can go on these platforms and fake live this life. So hell yeah, they get trapped into that.
Like The Sims, they just playing The Sims and shit.
Yeah, you know, they can borrow somebody's watch and take a picture, and that picture gonna last a lifetime, or it's gonna last until they IG, as long as they IG there. You know what I'm saying? They can get all their homies' money and take a phone picture, a money phone picture. So it's like. They said you know what's going on with this artificial intelligence is they want to GMO everything. So they GMO life. They're giving out GMO food. They're giving out GMO lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? They got GMO people, and it's just like everything to every real thing that's going on. GMO bodies.
Yeah, because if you could 3D print fruit, you should be able to 3D print a person.
Well, they probably can.
And it all come from seed. I like cells and seeds.
You know,
guess people get 3D printed too.
Shit, I won't be surprised.
So based on what y'all saying, wouldn't it be appealing to somebody if they tell somebody, we can hook you up to this machine and you can have this life?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just like the Matrix. We plug you up and you're going to live you're going to be asleep, but you're going to actually be living a fake life in a computer program. How many folks, it sounds crazy, but
That's real. People gonna do that shit. They gonna do that shit. I can name. I know a lot, especially if they gonna let people see them living this fake ass life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Kids like, can I ride 5 miles per hour so everybody can see me?
Like it's all about that. It's all about the likes. They conditioned us to the point where now it's just all about the likes. So if they can create something for you to be fake lit, motherfuckers gonna buy into it, give their soul for it, give their kids for it.
Yo, so like they should have an app for people to start liking themselves. I think people don't like themselves. They like everything about themselves.
That would take a lot of thinking, And people ain't trying to do that. They ain't trying to think right now. That's out the window. Motherfuckers want the easy route for everything. So
everything.
You said they want to go to Dr. Miami and then go to Planet Fitness. Like my body, I'm getting in shape.
That's it. That's a bad joy. It's just so much falsehood and fakery going on. Like it's like I hate it. I do. I don't like the shit at all. I just be looking like, God damn, this is just a lot of fake hood. And I don't mean my wig fake hood. Because this part of the trickery too. You know what I'm saying? But or some real shit. Like all of it. It's all part of the fucking trickery too. But you know, in some parts, I'm still attached to the Matrix a little bit.
Yeah, like we all are. You know why? Because we on the internet right now. So it's like we using the web right now. You know what I mean? So we all part of it.
You gonna know separate though.
Yeah.
We gonna know it's separate because trust me, it ain't gonna be.
No.
You gonna be totally separate. It ain't gonna be no straddling the fence.
I'm here for it. I want to live like that. I want to live back to the nature way. I want to be able to grow my own crops, and enjoy my kids without all the pollution and all. I want all that.
I don't, but I've been practicing because it just is what it is. I've been practicing.
I don't either though. I ain't gonna lie.
I really do though. Like I look forward to that shit.
I'm like, let the Sixers get 2 more championships, and then I'm ready. I'm ready.
Listen,
I'm ready.
Even with that shit is all pre-planned and all that shit.
Yo, I be watching it, and they talk about they got this magnet in the rim, so when they shoot it, they make the basketball go out.
Exactly.
I looked up the referees that been cheating, but I still love the game.
That shit is all. A lot of them is not even human. A lot of those players are not even human.
They made a movie called Space Jam.
There you go.
I don't know if y'all remember. Last year during the bubble, I was watching some of them games, man, and at certain times I was watching it. It looked digital. It didn't even look real. I was like, man,
no, that's true.
It looked like an NBA one of them
virtual, artificially simulated.
Thought that, you know what I thought that about? The Mike Tyson and what's his name?
Oh, that fight. That hugging match, Roy Jones. That slow drag.
I said this look like AI right here. This look CGI right here. You know what I'm saying? And people buy it. They going for it. They not even seeing through this shit. They literally swapping out people. You see Ryan Osley? You seen Ryan Osley lately?
No, my own head, Ryan Osley. Yo, how you feel about Kwame Brown, Blanche?
Wait, I need to find out the PC. One question at a time.
Right, we actually like, hold on. I got a question.
How he look? He look crazy.
Oh, you ain't see the new Ryan Osley?
I saw him on that verse. I thought he had plastic surgery.
Listen, maybe so. Okay, maybe so.
They've been making music since the 50s.
Exactly.
They've been around for a minute.
And he on there singing, and he's not even hitting no notes. He just literally lip singing with the record, and then when they try to focus on him, he just get the mumbling. His voice don't even sound the same. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but you know.
Did he have the beard? He
had the big, thick beard. Yeah, he had the glasses on. He got a different forehead. He got same hairline, but different tin head. Yo, I literally put these pictures together, right? And I'm like, yo, they really swapping people out right now because this shit looks crazy. You see Mayweather's different. like all these motherfuckers.
I saw Bill Gates' wife before and recently. I'm like, it went from a regular woman to a dude. I'm talking about swole. I saw a full body shot. I'm talking about swole, like biceps. I'm like, what the? His wife now. His wife now, man, like Bill. I'm talking about swole.
A backwards Kate Jenner.
Backwards, yeah, reverse version of it.
Go ahead. What you was gonna say, Kwame Brown?
I just want to know how you feel about Kwame Brown. Do you think like is a hoax, or do you think he really like it's really what it is?
I think Kwame Brown is not a hoax only because they want to get him on their platform. He don't want to do it. Like he's telling them, I'm not going to your show. So you got to think, what makes Kwame Brown so important to where everybody's talking about him? Why is he so important?
Yeah, that got me lost. Like,
well, see,
what's up with him?
See, my thought on it is what's it called? Designated opposition. When they selected opposition.
That's a good one.
Handpicked opposition.
That's
just like Trump. One. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trump was
I gotta give you some that for that. I said,
Yeah, you know, Trump was selected by them to be the opposer, to come off as the savior, but meanwhile this nigga is saying, you know what the rural communities and the farmers need? They need that fifth generation over there. You see what I'm saying? They need that fifth generation, knowing that's gonna kill the crops, knowing that's gonna kill the plants, knowing that's going, So they give him, they make these people like Farrakhan's and the Martin Luther Kings or whatever. They people they want us to worship or idolize, and then they get them to do some shit that they want them to do at the end. So that's where I'm at with him, because he's smoking a hookah, which is low vibrational, and he still, he ain't saying that he out the matrix. He just saying what's going on in the industry. I respect that, but I'm starting to feel like, is he going to go and push the UFOs, or is he going to go and push the jab? Is he? I'm waiting for why are they letting him? Because they control the algorithms. Why are they letting him be so lit?
I don't think he's even there.
Okay.
Personally, I don't think Kwame Brown is. You got to think, most of these basketball players are 10 to 15 years behind maturity-wise. So if you see a guy in the NBA and he's playing, if he's 30, he's more like 20.
Yeah.
Because the way they get coddled, it stunts their growth, because they're just doing one thing to get all this stuff around them. So Kwame Brown, even though he may be like in his late 30s, he's actually in his late 20s mentally.
Yeah.
Now, as far as him though, I gotta see how this pans out. Meaning, if I see him appear on their show, then yeah. If I see him get an endorsement, then yeah. But if he's still on the farm with the tractor and he's just talking in front of the house, then I'm gonna say, well, he just voiced his opinion. Right. I just say this was funny to me that everybody they've been talking about him for about 20 years. He been getting dogged for.
He never said nothing.
He never said nothing. I'm like, the one time he said something, everybody gets upset. That's crazy.
That's what got me like. Wow, they talked about a lot of people being busters, and a lot of people like defended themselves. And like he knew better than not go against Michael Jordan. He's smart. He knew he couldn't go against Jordan in order to mess this career up. And they still doing that to him. So that's what got me like, no, something going on.
Yeah.
But you know what he said, though?
Like, AI went against Jordan. Kwame Brown didn't.
But you know what he said, though? He said he came out of high school before LeBron. And he said they didn't want the kids coming out of high school. Right. So what they did was, he said it was intentionally to make him a bust. So he said first of all, he said Jordan would make him practice for 3 hours before the game, just to sit on the bench, and then put him in the game. And then he said he watched the post games and they be blaming him for the loss. He said he feels like it was bigger for him to be the bust because he was representing for the rest of the people to not. You got to think, after LeBron's class,
that was it. That was the last 2003.
So he said it was a plan to stop the kids going, because it messed the NCAA up. So it was a plan to stop the kids from going straight out of high school to the NBA. What he said makes sense though.
That makes perfect sense. He the poster child for that. That makes perfect sense.
People way worse than him. It's been people way worse.
No, I play ball. I get it, cause he not garbage, and he get a 10-10. He get a double. Yeah, like Tyrone Hill, way worse. Iverson ain't even have a center as good as Kwame Brown. That's the crazy part. And went to the championship. So like, no, it's definitely you got it though. To stop the kids from making money to provide for their family to get the colleges the money. That make perfect sense.
Yeah. So now you can see that the NBA is working with the NCAA. NCAA is working with the high school. They all this is a control system. Yep. So Brown's problem was he came in at the wrong. Think about who team he went to. Think about with Jordan.
The old Jordan.
He went to the Wizards. He went to Jordan. He went to the worst person he could go to. Jordan's the GOAT, but he ain't a good coach.
He's shrewd. He's a shrewd.
You know what I'm saying? So why would you put him with Jordan? And he said Jordan told him every day he was trash.
Damn. He programmed him.
Programming him. He said he killed my self-esteem. He's like, you gotta think, that's my idol. My idol telling me I'm trash every day. They said he broke me down.
He said, meanwhile, a star player getting locked up, bringing 10 people, 15 people from California, and they not promoting him in the media, talking about him, but they keep talking about him being a bust.
Right. See, I don't know. I don't keep up with the sports, right? So I honestly don't.
Oh, my fault.
I don't know.
But no, it's interesting because he exposed like a lot of stuff in the NBA and with the referees and with these players and the immaturity, as Blanche was talking about, and how these players are coddled and not forced to be mature.
Right.
So they talk to people any way they want, even them raping females and all different type of things, how they get away with it. So he was exposing the inside of it, So I know they real pissed at him.
And think about this too, right? So last year, dude House from Houston, he had a girl come to his room, right? And he got suspended for the rest of the playoffs. LeBron goes to a party with Drake and nothing is said about it. He posted, think about it. He left wherever he was, went to a party, broke protocol, partying with Drake. Right. Nobody say nothing. House had a chick go to his room. He gets suspended for the playoffs. So you don't say it's all a setup though. Like it's all a setup. And none of this stuff is real. And Kwame Brown, now that he's out the league, he can pretty much say what he wants to say. Right. Now again, I will know if he gets on one of them shows. I'll know. Like if he go do a podcast show with them and go on the Breakfast Club, then I'll know. Yeah. Like then I'll be like, yeah, you would, yeah.
Because it's just like I don't know. It's like with them controlling the algorithms, and I see that they got. I mean, literally, it's all up and down YouTube. I didn't know who this gentleman was at all until a few days ago when I just saw up and down YouTube Kwame, and everybody is touching on this topic.
He on fire.
Yeah, and I said I wasn't even going to talk about him here, but you know what? I guess it's meant to talk about. And I mean, it's something that everybody is definitely speaking on. And I'm like, they giving him, he's getting too much light right now. So it made me feel like those folks was giving it to him. You know, they keep.
I mean, and also too, they gonna pull up a scandal on him. I mean, they gonna find something on him. They trust me. If he ain't with them, they gonna discredit him somehow. They gonna say it's a woman gonna come out and say he touched me.
Or a man.
Kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's real. That definitely is gonna happen. It's just like that's they just control that shit too much for me. So I didn't know how to feel, but I don't want to judge them. Man, I think I second guess every single thing now. You know what I mean? Like I just second guess everything.
Give it 5 guesses.
Yeah.
It's called the scientific method.
You have to though. Think about it. You have to, because whatever they put in front of us is potentially compromised. So you gotta question everything you see.
Yeah. They had Shaq talking about his experience when he saw UFOs the other day, and they put that on one of those news networks. Shaq is describing when he saw his first UFO, and he was in a car with 3 other people, and he didn't want to tell nobody because he didn't want people to think that he was crazy. So they're pushing that whole alien agenda. They're about
that whole fake alien.
They're about to give us a fake alien takeover or something. That's definitely on its way because they softening us up to it every 5 minutes on the news, showing the spaceships, and now they got the celebrities. That's when you know it's the nail in the coffin. When they got the celebrities to start pushing that jab, I said, okay, there we go. When they get the celebrities to start pushing them UFOs and alien sightings.
Yeah, somebody can pay me to say I seen aliens.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Look, you give me enough hundreds of thousands, and I'll be like, well, shit, just give me 10.
I think he went that way. Which way did he go?
And it's crazy because 10 years ago, if Shaq had said that, it'd have been like he's crazy, right?
Exactly.
And then now he says it, and he on shows, people repeat it. Like, it's crazy how 10 years made all the difference. And guess what? We still haven't seen the alien. It's just they just been suggesting it this whole time. I remember the one guy came out, the Israeli, like the defense minister in Israel.
Yeah.
He came out and said, "Oh yeah, they have aliens. Oh yeah, and Trump knows about it." He was the first person I heard say it's aliens, and then he said Trump knew.
Oh shoot! Yeah. Oh wow! Listen, we studied talking. I didn't even realize that it's 7:01. This was a good talk. It's all good.
Yeah.
We must do this again. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. The BeeChougie Podcast, shining a little light, dark situation. My guy Blanche and my guy Friend Daddy. We out. We be back next week. Tune